Hi, everybody. I am here after my run. I had to take a run. Yesterday was a little bit rough, I have to be honest. It's the anniversary of Kelsey's passing. Kelsey being our daughter. It's now it has been now what, like 5 years, 6 years? Either way, every year does not get any easier. All I know is I woke up in the morning, drank a couple cups of coffee. I didn't get my yoga in like I normally do, but that's okay. Family was calling, so I talked to family, and after that, it was like a big bolt of grief hit me, and I went to bed and couldn't get up for like hours, many, many hours. I finally woke up at about 5 and got up, did my morning yoga finally, got that in, but it literally was what I had, what my body was feeling. My body could barely move. Like that's just the state of grief that I was in. I was in such deep sadness, such a depression that my body was unable to move. And I realize that there's a good possibility that whatever it is that you're going through, it's possible that you could be going through, something very, very similar. A lot of what, some of us are dealing with can bring up feelings of grief and depression and sadness. And so I really felt like it was important to jump on here and talk to you a little bit about what I do, because this is something that I've struggled with for years, and I wanted to share some tips that really help to get me through this. I realized that hi Andy. I realize that a lot of people are, for the first time ever, just feeling like they've been knocked off their horse, knocked off of, whatever it is that they believed was once holding them up. And this can be devastatingly triggering, and it's just devastating. I mean, let's just face it. It's devastating, and it feels like the rug is being pulled out from underneath you, like, the earth is quaking, and it's rough. It's hard. And so if you find that you are in a position where you feel like you have had the rug pulled out from under you and you don't know what to do, you have permission to do absolutely nothing. Okay? If all you can manage to do is wake up in the morning, get out of bed, go to the bathroom, make yourself a bowl of cereal, and go back to bed, that's perfect. That's just fine. Yay. It's a matter of taking one breath after the other, breathing in and breathing out. Allowing yourself to, it can even be painful just to get out of bed and make it to the bathroom. That's okay. Putting your feet on the ground, it can feel like a monumentous occasion in those moments. So allow yourself just to be in that space, even though it is extremely, extremely painful. And allow your once you finally get to the point where you can put your feet onto the ground, making your way to the bathroom, it's, just sense the bottoms of your feet on the ground, and know that you simply are. You don't have to be doing anything. You just are. And your only responsibility is to make it through the moment. And that's it. Okay? So I'm noticing every day I pull, well, every week, once a week, I pull a bunch of cards. I pay attention to what's happening with astrology. This may be a little woo for some people, but that's just the stuff I do. And I wanted to share with you because I thought this is really, really, it's very interesting, the card that I ended up pulling and how they are connecting with the astrology that's happening right now. Because I'm not going to get too much into what's happening with all of the astrology because there is just so much. But right now we are in Aries season, and Aries season is very fiery. And I get a little excited around Aries season because that's my ascendant. That's where, like, I tend to want to just kind of get into things. And up until yesterday when I just kind of felt like I was knocked off my horse and couldn't do a thing. Whew. Now, today, much better. I went out for a run for the first time ever since I twisted my ankle at the beginning of 2020. Literally on New Year's Eve, I twisted my ankle and pretty close to, I really messed it up really bad. It's been healing now for about 3 months, almost 3 months. And I should have known to call in and just say, okay, that's it. Cancel 2020. I'm done. You know what I mean? Anyway, but yeah, my ankle's much better. This is the first run that I've been on ever since New Year's Day. So it happened. I'm so thankful, and I really hope that is a good sign for things to come. But these are the cards that I pulled for this week. One of them is the first one that I wanted to show you is this one. It's one of healing, and it's Ganesha. I have Ganesha on. Yeah, I'm a little fan of Ganesha, right? Okay, so this is healing, and I'm gonna show you just all of the cards and what I get from all of them. Healing, fighting. Okay, this is from the Osho Zen Tarot. We've got fighting. Okay. And here you've got Moth Spirit, which is surrender now. Surrender. Okay, so we've got heal. We have surrender. We have fighting. We have Aries energy, which is super duper fiery. We have this Mars conjunct Pluto, and both of those are like, fight. Okay. And what those are asking us to do is to examine our relationship with rage, with anger, with sadness and grief, and all of that stuff, all of that gunk that is, coming up. Examine our relationship with all of that. There might be experiences that come up that you're like, oh my gosh, I've got to, fight and blah, 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 blah. I want to encourage you to hold back. Just kind of hold back on the reason why you might be upset with a particular thing. And instead examine the feelings. Go into the feelings. Like, sure, it's true that that guy online may have pissed you off. Whatever. Allow that just to be like, okay, that guy pissed me off. I want to get back at him. I want to slap him. Hold that and instead go into your body and feel it in your body. Feel that rage or feel that anger or feel that sadness or whatever it is that was triggered by that experience. Go into that inside your body and allow yourself to examine the relationship that you are having with that feeling and with those emotions that are coming up. And it's going to be blame. It's going to be anger. It's going to be rage. It's going to be grief. It's going to be, what else was it? Even your sense of individualism and your role as a person in our society. just really go, like, it's time for you to really, and this is super important because of other things that are happening throughout the week, and I'll jump on here again and I'll talk about them, but it's really important to start examining values, your values for your leadership. Again, something else for another time, because I realize that right now what's happening for a lot of people is there's a lot of stuff that's coming up. It's a lot of pain, it's a lot of sadness, and it's a lot of grief, it's a lot of emotion. So just allow yourself to, it's intense. These are intense, sometimes really scary emotions that you're going through right now. So I want to invite you to just go into your body, breathe with that pain, be with the pain. And whatever your body is asking you to do with it, it may be asking you to, I don't know, like punch a pillow, yell into a pillow. Kim and I put together a Love and Rage workbook. It's on our website. It's free. You can download it. It's fun. It's so much fun. It's like literally there's a hole and you can yell into the hole. Just to get the rage out, just to play with it. So yeah, examine your relationship to the emotions that you are having, whatever strong emotions that you're having. So this is all part of healing. This is part of healing, part of really examining your values. Like a lot of us are going to be shifting our values. Whatever it is that we once believed in, those beliefs are being shaken. I mean, like you think that the ground is trembling underneath you, and there's a good reason for that. It's your belief system is being shaken up, and your values are being shaken up, so you can begin to root down and speak from a place of authority. So Moth Spirit is saying, hey, it's time to surrender. It's time to just allow yourself to be. So again, be with those emotions. Be in the present. Give yourself some space to do that. Sometimes that might mean not getting out of bed, allowing yourself to cry yourself to sleep. That's totally fine. Eat some ice cream, whatever, do whatever it is that you feel you need to do in order to process your emotions. Don't stay there. You don't want to stay there. You don't want to dwell there, but allow yourself to feel them and process them and punch and scream and yell and give yourself permission to not even move. There's a yoga with Adrian that I did, and it was yoga for grief. Literally, I did this yesterday. Literally, it was breathing. That was all it was, because that was all I could muster up the energy to do. So allow yourself to rest and to be in deep, deep rest if that's what you need to do. And this is a really important time. This is between today and tomorrow. Let's see. Another transit that's coming up is it's a Venus sextile Neptune, Mercury sextile Uranus. That's empathy, and it's being creative, it's social, it's connecting, which is a really good thing. So if you're feeling like being social, allow yourself to do that. Also, be really careful that you're not taking on other people's emotions and you're not soaking them all in. And if again, it's really, really important to examine your emotions and notice what's mine and what's not mine. Yeah. Okay. All of those emotions. This is a really, so this is I've been working with this deck. This is it's the Wild Kuan Yin Oracle deck, which I have just fallen in love with. because every card that I pull comes with a healing. And this is Sacred Falcon Shows the Way. Now, this is really crazy because last week, Dad went into the hospital, and I did a little work, kind of spirit work with Dad. And this white falcon came to me, and I was like, wow, that is really interesting. So I pulled this card a couple days ago. There's a white falcon on this card. I was like, I didn't even know those things existed, but here they are. Okay, so this is Sacred Falcon Shows the Way. And what Sacred Falcon is referring to is your intuition. And the way that you access that intuition, and it is going to be important. It's coming up as an important thing to tap into. And one of the most important things right now with connecting with those emotions and going into your body and really feeling those emotions is that is the key to actually accessing your own intuition and your own power, your own guidance, whatever you want to call it. Whatever emotions are being kicked up, they're being kicked up for a reason. So you can sense them in your body, feel them, do them, interact with them, ask them what they need from you. So that's what Sacred Falcon is saying. Like, hey, this is what you got to do. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read the healing that goes with this. And then I'm going to let you go. So here's the healing process. And I'm going to read this. I'm going to say it out loud. 3 times. It suggests how we do it 3 times. Kuan Yin, Wild Divine Mother, I call upon your grace and blessing. Sacred Falcon, sacred animal body with instincts so wild and loving heart with wise intuition, I call upon you both. Of my own free will, I choose to forgive myself for ever ignoring my intuition or instincts. I forgive myself for any time I did allow instinct or intuition and became frightened of what happened and pulled back, not willing to commit to a course of action, and where I felt betrayed, abandoned, or disappointed. I now choose to trust unconditionally in the safety of following my instincts and intuition. I forgive and release any person, any memory from this or any lifetime where listening to my instincts or intuition has elicited judgment or fear. I no longer choose to carry this memory. Instead, I now choose to experience the peace of trust in my instinctual body and my intuitive heart. I trust myself through my own free will and the grace of Wild Kuan Yin, who loves me unconditionally. It is so. So now I'm going to repeat it. This time, place one hand on your belly and put one hand on your heart. Kuan Yin, Wild Divine Mother, I call upon your grace and blessing. Sacred Falcon, sacred animal body with instincts so wild and loving heart with wise intuition, I call upon you both. Of my own free will, I choose to forgive myself for ever ignoring my intuition or instincts. I forgive myself for any time I did allow instinct or intuition and became frightened of what happened and pulled back, not willing to commit to a course of action, and where I felt betrayed, abandoned, or disappointed. I now choose to trust unconditionally in the safety of following my instincts and intuition. I forgive and release any person, any memory from this or any lifetime where listening to my instincts or intuition has elicited judgment or fear. I no longer choose to carry this memory. Instead, I now choose to experience the peace of trust in my instinctual body and my intuitive heart. I trust myself through my own free will and the grace of Wild Kuan Yin, who loves me unconditionally. So be it. Now one more time. Kuan Yin, Wild Divine Mother, I call upon your grace and blessing. Sacred Falcon, sacred animal body with instincts so wild and loving heart with wise intuition, I call upon you both. Of my own free will, I choose to forgive myself for ever ignoring my intuition or instincts. I forgive myself for any time I did follow instinct or intuition and became frightened of what happened and pulled back, not willing to commit to a course of action and where I felt betrayed, abandoned, or disappointed. I now choose to trust unconditionally in the safety of following my instincts and intuition. I forgive and release any person, any memory from this or any lifetime where listening to my instincts or intuition has elicited judgment or fear. I no longer choose to carry this memory. Instead, I now choose to experience the peace of trust in my own instinctual body and my intuitive heart. I trust myself through my own free will and the grace of Wild Kuan Yin, who loves me unconditionally. It is so. Now, with one hand still on your heart and one on your belly, rest for as long as it feels good, even with your eyes closed. And when you feel it's time, open your eyes, and you've completed the healing process. So, I will come back in a few days. On the 24th, I've got new stuff coming up. It's going to be the new moon. So, I'm here. Thank you, Andy. Mwah! Lots of love to you. All right. Love you guys. Bye.